Well, hello, truth seeker of all kind. This week I'm going to introduce you to Maui, Hawaii, a way you never expected it to be, because it's not what you think it is. And this world ain't what you think it is. You've been fed lies all your life, and I'm going to prove it to you. Hold on tight, because with no further ado, let's do this. Now, let me explain to you what's really going on. Everywhere around the globe, what you see is math. And they all connect together because they're vacuum train station. That's what they are, while being a household. So now you understand. Now this place, look at the gray spot there in the middle. They say that they bombard the atoll with so much nuclear testing weapon that they had to block that hole with cement so the radiation won't come out. That's not true. They expropriated the people that used to live in that mat. That's what they're doing all around the globe. They're recuperating the old world without you knowing it. Never forget that history is a set of lies agreed upon by the winners, like Hiroshima. Believe it was a great war thing. No, no, it was Matt's door for the region. That's what it was. That's why they fight it so hard for it. That's no volcanic island. There's no such thing. You're gonna end up finding out that I don't know what they are. Volcano, I don't know what they are, but they're not volcano. They are matte. I don't know why they spew shit out of it, but they're not volcano got learned as we learned that they were, because that's not how things work. Nothing works the way they taught us. Everywhere you look around the world, energy, whenever there's energy concern, math's there. Because Chernobyl, that's not a nuclear central, that's a math. And math is a huge generator. That's what they are. They tell you that they they invented these things and blah 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 with thermonuclear. That's bogus. These are maths. They're recuperating the old world technology. That's what it is. You really believe that this is a crater, a meteorite crater? That's not a crater. That's math. Look in the circle. Look carefully in the circle when they appear. Don't look at me. Look at in the circle. When man appears, the pieces are left on the ground. They're still there when he disappeared. Now, just concentrate on that. Okay, now here's the place of interest, Maui. Why did they kill everybody on that island and steal all the children? Now, let me tell you why. That's why. That's what you see there. That's math. Math's a complex machine, and the pieces that are left on the ground are complex because and they fit exactly the matrix. Math. Small one always on top and always in staircase position, always in diagonal, and always at the same size. When you get the correspondent size, well, they all fit all together and they all leave pieces on the floor. Now don't look at me, look in the square. Look, you see when Matt appears, he disappears, the pieces are still there on the ground. This is no pareidolia. Look at the small one there. You can easily make out that these things are there. There's no coming out of it. That it is what it is. I know it's not clear, but this is Pearl Harbor. Even when there's nothing left, that nothing just fit mats. Everywhere you look, it all matches it because it is what is there. Only everything has been submerged and covered with mud and water because you can't see that the thing is there. When you see the pieces are there on the floor, it's because the thing is there. And that thing is a vacuum train. You got the bigger one that you see them, but they're underneath. because the part you see it emerging are the smaller one on top. Now you understand what they appropriate the place. They all they want is those doors because these are pressurized houses, which makes you live quite longer and are connected to the world underneath, not the world on top. Well, on top too, but I guess there must be living somewhere. They must be living in there underneath. That's what they're doing. They're recuperating the old world, which is underneath and not on top. That's illogical to be living outside the house. You have a house, you live outside. Ridiculous. Anything can come up from up there, and we live on top. This is ridiculous. Now look at that. Matching. Everything in matches all the time. You see the atoll is on top. Everything correspond always in staircase but they're more one on top of the other. They're like ta 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 ta. Not in random, always in straight line. Like you can see it. You can see that the remains are there. Was it there and it took off and it left this imprint, or is it still there underneath? This is my question. Because it pretty much looked like that these things were there and they just took off. Either case, it's as incredible as it gets. Well, you're gonna understand that this this straight line is simply a vacuum train line. That's the that's the reason why they want to appropriate it, because it all connects to the rest of the world, and every part that's emerging are getting used as door. Well, if they get right on door, because that matrix has got one door, and that one door just happens to be the poor island of Maui, which is pretty sad for them, but it ain't gonna be the first one, and it ain't gonna be the last one either. Correlation, coincidence, call it as you wish, but everything always concord, and everything points that this place is a door, is a door for that particular one map there. That's why they want to gain control of it, because these places are pressurized. You live way longer in the in the environment that suits you, because this environment doesn't suit us. It kills us. So I know they're hard to see when you're far away, but once you get a little closer, you get more detail because they're the one on top. The small one are on top of the biggest one. So you get more detail because they were the last one to be submerged, which are still showing parts, very evident part of myth. When you look carefully in those circles, don't look at me, look at the circles. Always stare in the circle. You're gonna end up see that these things are right there, but they're underneath the mud. You might don't see it now, but this thing is everywhere and all size. You might say that you don't see it there, but man, look at the shape on the ground. Look at the overall shape of Matt. You can see it going. You see when he's not there. Look at the edge of the. You see him in the sea. You see the shape of the guy all around, and look at those corresponding matching points. Now, this place is more than a door. This place is like Berry-UQAM. It's a carrefour of Matt. Because if you don't see him on the ground there, in the circle, wait, I'll move you closer. Now, how about there? You see it. If you don't see that this is the part of the machine, I don't know what else to tell you. Now you understand why they want that place that much. This is the Berry UCAM of the underworld. Because as you can see it, it goes in every direction. And there's part of it in every direction. For this place was a carrefour, just like Berry UCAM. It's a huge subway station. That's what they want out of it. Now here's some more evidence. When there's, I showed you the small one on top there. I'm going to show you the big one under. Because when they get the small one on top, that's a fact that you get the bigger one under. And the bigger one goes as big as the fucking continent, the entire place. As you can see there, you can see the parts are still there. No doubt about it that this place is just the way I'm showing it to you. Because you can still see the part of it underneath the mud. I know. It's hard to see. Well, wait for these guys. Then you tell me that that this doesn't correspond, that this is a wall, a natural feature that corresponds with everything that comes with mat. Or maybe that one, or how about that one? I know, oh, it's not the same thing. Yeah, well, yes, it's the same thing with mud on top. Because you can see the general form. All the contours are all there. They're all marked because that's what's underneath the mud. And how about that one? If someone tells me that this isn't the thing that's there, now that machine is exceptional. Each part matches another part of its body that makes that makes it all work in every direction. It's such a polyvalent thing that we didn't invent that. This this is from the old world. That's a fact. All size in all direction. If you can't make it on the ground, that the studs that are around the machine, that they are still there on the ground, or that the beak, the kind of, let's say the beak is there on the ground, it's because you just don't want to see it because it's there. Look in the circle. Did I mention that this thing is versatile? It works in both directions. It's a train. It's a subway. It's a vacuum train station, and you can see. Look in the circle. Don't tell me you don't see that this machine is there underneath. That these aren't natural. That these are natural formation. If you see natural formation in there, man, come on. This is not natural. It cannot. Everything cannot connect and have parts on the ground without being there. Ridiculous. A vacuum train. This is what this atoll is. It's a series of mats all lined together to form a vacuum train. You can see the pieces on the ground. If you don't make the match, you'll never see it because it is there. It is there. It's all in synchronicity. It's a train. It's a train, and you can see the part still there on the ground. Look at the top circle. Don't tell me that this isn't that part. I'm sorry, but this is what it is. All size, all dimension, all direction. The old world. Now you see, I told you that this was the only way in for this particular mat. I know it's hard to conceive, but this is what's happening. The Oprah Winfrey. What do you think that fat demoiselle wants? She wants a door. She wants in. She wants to live 800, 900 years, like the people who lives in those things. all one on top of the other. The first one was the door, and for that one, the inlet, the plug. Energy. Energy is the base of everything. They lead us with, they control us with it. They laugh at us with it, while it's freely available everywhere. They are exploiting you like there's no tomorrow. Now you can't say, "Oh, I don't see it. Oh, there's nothing there. This guy's freaking out. This guy is out of his mind." But with all the correlation, all the coincidences, all the matches, all the pieces left on the ground, if that's not convincing enough, here, I know you don't see nothing because you don't know what you're looking at because it's so obvious. This thing is matte, buried in mud. If you can't see the correlation, well, I'm sorry, you'll never see it because this is exactly what's underneath there. And I invite you to look underneath the big yellow one. Look, you can see the holes and the lines. What would they be doing there at the exact emplacement? As much as the center axle, as much as the beak, as much as the line that goes along it. Why would there be matching like that? What else would go on and do it like that and appears over and over again, just like this one? Because if you look correctly, you're gonna say that, okay, coincidence, pareidolia, whatever you want, but precisely fitting pieces that matches exactly for the same size and form with a especially complex form, I might add, that correspond everywhere. You gotta come to your senses and just gotta have to admit it. It is what it is. It is math, and it is what makes the entire world and more. Now this, now this is not natural. This is a vacuum train. This is a vacuum train rail, and it goes to that side, to all the way around, and it keeps going, go around the continent, and then it goes up back up there, goes around the Australian continent, and then comes back to the other end. When you made the turnaround, you got exit. You can exit on that one, go to the there, or exit the other one. You can see that these are lined up things. These are not, man. This is all the line you can see that follows through. This is the vacuum train. This is the tube of the vacuum train that goes along all the way, and you can see that it keeps going down there. It goes all around the world. It crosses it all around. That's what they are hiding from you. They are taking possession of the old world, which is made out of these things, which travel around the world. Because look at the world. This is not the place to live. You got a house. What are you doing outside? Whatever the shit can happen from up there. You have no protection. Just think about it. How come we don't have underground protection or housing? This is ridiculous. Now I know that matrix so much that when I was showing you the tunnel, the vacuum train, I kind of noticed that on the corner of my eyes. And that matrix, once you know the part of it, you see them, you recognize them everywhere. Look at that part. Now that part, I know where it is. I know exactly what it is. It is math. And once you place the remnants at their places, it gives you the size. You can see that all the rest of the part find them find their homonyms. And once you find one, you got officially another one down there. which concord once again with it. If someone has the nerve to tell me that I'm wrong, well, he's got to be better prepared to have argument because this is undeniable. And when you get small one, you get bigger one, of course. Think that's a natural formation. Look at the half circle at the bottom of the screen. This is not natural. This is math. Well, I hope you enjoyed, and please like and share. That's a lot of work and a lot of commitment just to keep you informed, because they keep us in such a state of stupidity that it's got no tomorrow. As you can see, math, it exists and it's everywhere. Have a nice day.